I'm going to be doing most of the talking tonight. Marcia is struggling a little bit this evening with her voice, and so we're going to let her keep her voice, and I'm going to be the puppet. So, is there anything that anyone would like to discuss? I did print up a recap of the last meeting that we had with Mr. Lyons here, which explains a little bit about what the process is going forward, because there seems to be some confusion on some of the social media sites where people are upset that they haven't been able to speak their mind, that they haven't been able to vote, that they haven't been able to do these things. That's simply just not the way it works. So this gives you a little bit more clear timeline of what happens. There will be a time when any residents can talk. They can file actual legal paperwork if they would like to, but Mr. Lyons did make it clear that he feels that the judge that we've been assigned is very open to having people just come to the public hearing when that is set and just speak, as long as they are nice human beings about it.
But if they'd like to do it,
If they would like to do
proper channels, that's
paperwork can be filed, an objection can be filed after the judge has approved the preliminary settlement. Nothing can really be done until the judge has looked at that preliminary settlement, because he could look at it and say, you know what, I don't agree with any of this, start over. Go back to your corners and start over. Okay?
I wasn't here for this meeting, I was on town. However, my understanding is, when you sue, you have 5 days to get a town, is that correct?
That is correct.
Up to 5 years. 5 is the maximum.
Okay, what happens if we don't achieve getting a town?
It goes to, then it goes to the county.
The county and we dissolve.
The SID dissolves and we become county land.
Well, I don't think the majority of people just want to do that. I think what should have happened, I think we should have looked into forming a town. That would have been the first step. And then you could dissolve the SID. But right now, we are taking in the revenue. If you're taking in revenue, even though it's not, I think we'd all agree it's not going to operate properly. You lose, you risk losing the revenue you have to get nothing.
Okay, we don't.
We're not dissolving the SID right away.
Right.
We have 5 years, so we can become something else in
5 years.
So if we decide that maybe everybody wants to become a town, we can become a town, and the SID can donate the road to the town, and the town can get turnback money and grants. But we can still keep the SID during that time. So it all depends on the county.
And really it depends on what the residents want. We need everyone to participate. And when it comes to whether we want to annex or we want to become our own town, that's where it gets a little bit of not so much SID property owners as far as who lives here. But we need everyone to participate. If you're not going to participate and not give an opinion, especially those that we have reached out to, we can't do anything with it.
Well, do you have a copy of the correspondence between you and the attorney?
Do we have copies of that? Of course we do.
May I get a copy of it?
Not yet, you may not. Because it's an ongoing lawsuit, and so we've been asked not to.
Well, what I'm reading here regarding the lawsuit, it states right here on this. So why wouldn't each residence be?
It won't be. It will be given to. It will be made public when the judge has said yes. This is an actual
Well, we want to
substance.
see what's in it. We may want to file a motion to dismiss it before the judge rules.
Okay, we can't. Yeah. Okay, so you can get that. Call Susie and ask her for a copy.
All right, thank you.
Thursday.
Negotiation settlement?
No, yeah, just the
Yeah, okay.
joint settlement, the joint agreement
The
for the settlement.
that he read last week.
Yes,
Okay.
That's on case info that you can get on
right,
yourself.
all of that's there.
Yeah, it's,
What do you say? I didn't understand what you said.
you can get it at,
Court
yeah, it's Court Connect, but it's caseinfo.arcourts.gov.
Well, if it's okay, I'll just come down to the office and get mine.
If you want to if you want us to spend the money to do that, that you can at least make an effort to do it yourself, then go ahead.
Hey, I'm spending all my own money.
I'm just saying,
Go ahead.
And I pay assessments, by the way.
as do we all, Eric, as do we all.
Okay, anything else? Nobody has any other concerns or comments or questions? Does anybody, did everyone get a chance to do their 50-50 raffle drawing?
Yeah, it's for money, but half of the money goes to helping us with the links.
All right, if nobody else wants any tickets, the count. Thank you. You actually have a little bit of a bonus in here. The first two tickets that are pulled out will receive a free oil change at Mark Martin, good until November 30th, so you gotta go get your oil changes home. But I do have 2 gift certificates for that. And then the third will be half of, you might call your own. Okay, the first winner is 730665.
665. No, that's nothing. I thought it was. They didn't bring up tickets.
I was about to say, half my tickets are out.
We'll
I
allow
thought
it.
663 don't count, huh?
663? No. So it was the first new. Okay.
Okay.
They didn't put their name, that's why it's good to put their names too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're ripping 32 of those apart, I was just like, please, thank you. Thank you. No name on this one either. 730700. What's that?
I think she said she got 65.
KT. How much money?
$205.
$205. So the next ticket,
I think she's
65, yeah.
700.
Uh-huh. Oh, sure, please. Woo-woo. Woo-woo. All right, 665. One oil change, ma'am. Oil change, ma'am. Thank you very much. All right. So this is for $102.50. Thank you. 730386.
Yay! I was happy.
I'm like, it's
I was
not.
happy.
It's not. I know he put his initial on the back of everyone's off like that's not.
Now, what was it again?
730386.
Alright. Some of mine are still out there and I'm still searching for my virtual.
Yours all in your name.
What's the other number you called this? The other two went in there.
Oh,
I don't know what line it was.
they want them in there.
65?
Yep, 365, 730-365. And you know what, I can't remember.
The wrong number.
Yeah, it is, totally.
It's 70386.
Right, it's 730-386.
Yay.
That is what I said the first time, I know.
Yeah.
You didn't play the tape.
386. All right, so this is the 10250.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so there was that. Now, while we're talking about that really quick, I'll go ahead and just explain. I did the 50-50 as an alternative way to try and get some money for the fish. Okay. I also had a birthday fundraiser on Facebook and sacrificed my own personal birthday. All my gifts, all my cake, all my cards for my kids, asked them instead to send me fish money. And I was able to come up with quite a bit of money, actually. Mr. and Mrs. Harris are matching $500, and I was able to raise $810 on the fundraiser. So it looks like we'll be adding 200 carp to the lake this winter. Cody Stroud, who's the county extension office person, is on some personal leave time. One of his babies has got RSV and is having some issues, and so he's taken some time off, so he has not been able to come out. But hopefully he and I will be able to work together to come up with timing and the right person to stock it for us so that they will deliver the fish. I don't really want us to go to have to pick them up. The numbers drop significantly if you're transporting them yourself and not doing it properly. So I do want to make sure that we get, if I'm going to be getting that many fish and investing that kind of money in the lake, I want to make sure that they are guaranteed fish that are going to be still swimming when they get here. Okay. So that's where we stand with that. And like I said, the Harrises did give me the $500 donation that they had pledged. And so overall, I'm pretty happy with that.
So when is the total new panel?
What?
When is the total new panel?
The total I have all together, I had 810, 500,
So 1,200
yeah,
estimate.
yeah, $1,512. And I have $500 in my fish fund, so I have $2,012 to spend on fish.
Yay.
Awesome.
So sometimes you just got to think outside the box and give up your dreams.
Well, I think that we got those practitioners of the past, if you want $2,000 for the delivery for you.
Arkansas pond stockers, yes, they will, but they're at the high end of my price range right now. They're not cutting me as much of a deal as I kind of. So again, something that Cody and I are going to hopefully work together on, that he will be able to give me some additional options of who else I can call for prices on them right now. I've called Jane on the loan and Arkansas pond stockers, and one other one out of Harrison or Harrisburg, one of those two. And Arkansas pond stockers are the highest right now, even with a discount on quantity. So, like I said, I'll, again, do my due diligence before I do this, and I'll get us the most fish I can for the price. I'm a bargain shopper. So. Yes, Eric.
Was there a vote taken to change the date of the election of commissioners?
It was part of the settlement.
Part of the proposed settlement.
It still has to be agreed upon by the
By
judge.
judge. Anything else? Okay. Would anyone find it objectionable for us to go ahead and begin our actual meeting? Teal, I have a motion to call meeting to order.
I'll make
Do we have to do that?
Sure. I'll make that motion.
Second? All in favor? we call the meeting to order.
Oh, at,
6:14.
that's, yeah, 6:14, sorry. Learning.
Yes. Ms. Clubhouse Commissioner, and change your clock for me. Thank you. Gary, would you like to do the opening prayer for us, please?
Sure. Dear Lord, we thank you for this time, for this community to get together and share a meal, and share their thoughts, look to the future, what this town will become or what it won't become. We pray that you give us all guidance and help us keep our feelings in check. And realize we're all looking at this from our own point of view, and we all need your guidance and your help. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance.
To the
Flag
flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There are some desserts left. If you guys want to get any desserts before you leave, they're $1 a piece on the table back there. Please and thank you. And all that money, by the way, the Women's Club is raising that money so that we can have breakfast with Santa on December 17th, starting at noon,
No, not now.
starting at 9. Why did I have written down 12? Okay. Starting at 9, and 12 and under are free. Parents can eat, it's okay. Okay, commissioners present.
Britt? Murphy?
Johnson.
Lynn? Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting at a certain time?
Have to do it in a certain time?
I say it however you want to say it.
Motion to adjourn the meeting when our business is done.
I second. I can't.
I'll second.
Okay, Jean seconds. All in favor? All right. There is no deputy report because we have no deputy. It's probably mad at us. We need to approve the minutes from October 18th and November 9th. There are copies of them available on the table if anyone would like to look at them and read them. Are there any, did everyone get a chance to look at them? Do you have any questions or anything? Any corrections?
I'm all about constructive criticism.
It's a weird, I'm sorry, it's a weird format.
It's a weird format, and it's my first time doing it.
But I get how you're doing it.
Yeah.
So, once I got that.
Fine, it's perfectly fine.
It was just a little weird. It was very different, so I was just like, okay, cool. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the minutes of October 18th, please? Marcia? Second. Marcia made the motion for October 18th.
Okay.
Jean seconds. All in favor? All right, and November 9th. And the only correction I saw that didn't say exactly the time we started, it said meeting begins at 6:30, but it did actually begin at 6:00.
Right, we have to have that
Okay, gotcha.
half hour before. That's why I dropped that little part of.
Okay, so do we have any additions or corrections? I have a motion.
I make a motion.
Thank you. All in favor? Sorry. Thank you. All right. This new business, discussing dates to work on the budget for next year. Do we have any tentative ideas of when we would be able to do this, ladies?
This is
November 30th? We do this during the day? 23rd.
Do we have to have one meeting,
We're
three
gonna have at
meetings
least,
total?
I think we're gonna have to have 2 at least.
Right, but I know how we have it written in the settlement of having the,
That's not until,
right.
After the final.
I didn't know if we wanted to,
I don't know that we can do that right now, but if there are people that are interested in that position, if there are people that want to come to the budget meetings, they're more than welcome to come to budget meetings. And if you have suggestions for us for our budget, by all means, you're more than welcome to give us that input at any time. But we are not setting up that committee of residents until that has been determined to be a part of our settlement, and that's something that we have to do.
right, I just didn't know if we had to have the multiple meetings before that or during that, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so November 23rd, which is a Wednesday,
The day before.
the day before Thanksgiving. Never mind, that's bad time.
Yeah.
How about November 30th? (10 a.m.),
Yeah.
okay? And December 7th? Also at 10 a.m.? Is our meeting change at all next month because of Christmas?
It shouldn't this year. The only, yeah, it shouldn't, because it's the 20th.
Okay.
This is the one year it wouldn't.
So then let's do December 14th. That's the last one. We'll just see each other every Wednesday for a month. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So the 20th is the next city?
Yes, December 20th is the next
Yeah.
SID meeting.
Every third Tuesday, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 20th.
So, budget meetings for us to discuss and prepare and work on our budget for next year have been set for November 30th, December 7th, and December 14th, each of those at 10 o'clock in the morning. Therefore, our budget should be ready and to be presented, excuse me, it's tacos, presented at a SID meeting on December 20th. You don't have to do that, do you? All right, discuss and vote on purchase of gravel. Ms. Jean.
Yes, we are out of gravel. Like to order some, like probably about $1,000 worth. Somebody make a motion, I make a motion to purchase $1,000 worth of gravel.
Do we have places that this is going to be?
Well, I can't say it's gonna go here or here.
Okay. Well, we have plenty of places that need it.
Yes.
It's not like it's going to be sitting around.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second.
So Jean and Lee, all in favor of $1,000 on gravel expenditure? Okay. Also, Ms. Jean,
Yes.
discuss purchasing a bucket for tractor in case the backhoe breaks down.
I suggest we, put a bucket on the tractor because last time the backhoe broke down, the guys were sitting. They couldn't do anything, so we had nothing to load the trucks with. We can wait until we need one and then vote to purchase it. We can vote to purchase it and wait till we needed one to do it. And check prices.
Yeah, do we have any idea what that would run us?
About a used one would run us $500 or $600. No, that was yeah, about a used one, I think, for the bucket would run us about $1,000.
Is that the bucket or the whole backhoe? Tractor have a backhoe on it?
No, the tractor, you can put a front end loader on.
Oh, okay, it's on the front end loader, all right.
Yeah, bucket there.
The gentleman that came out and fixed the grader, which by the way is fixed, Okay, the road grader is fixed and should remain fixed as long as we maintain it properly, which we've set up a program with him for that. But he did say that the backhoe is not a real reliable piece of equipment that we currently own. And that he would be hesitant to put much money into fixing that particular piece of equipment. And that he doesn't feel very confident in it. So it has electrical problems, which, yeah, it's like your car has a computer problem, I guess.
Brad knows the electrical problem at one point.
So the electrical problem has been fixed at one point, but is not.
I didn't hear you.
That CD we bought has a good wiring diagram.
Okay.
So with a little bit of troubleshooting, whatever electrical problem, shouldn't be that hard to figure
Okay.
out.
I told him we had that, I'll have to, I'm not positive. So, okay, we'll let him check it out.
I would be, I think that we should probably not make that decision to purchase something that large right at the moment. I'm not saying that we're not going to need it, but I would also like to talk about looking at renting large pieces of equipment instead of owning them. I don't know if that's available around here. I don't know.
There's minimal local. You're looking
You
at
can call
probably West Plains, Mountain Home.
You could just call the guy that lives out by Gary, Ursula.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the heavy equipment all day, every day. He probably has one that we could rent from him.
Yeah. But, I mean, there are rentals available because, I mean, equipment rental is minimal here locally.
Okay.
We have to branch out to Jonesboro,
Okay?
Mountain Home, maybe West Plains, depending on.
But it's doable. I mean, it's something that we can look at.
It's definitely something we can look at to see if
I
it's.
don't know if that would be the answer.
Well, but that's why we wait, what will be better in the long run.
I just
Because
think
when
if
you
you've
rent
got
a
a-
piece of equipment, if you're gonna rent a big piece of equipment, it's expensive to rent equipment.
It's expensive to have
And
equipment
you have
sitting
to-
there not doing anything to it.
Right.
Okay,
You
so,
have to use it within so many hours or days.
right, we'd have to.
Well, but
plan ahead.
that means that they have to make a plan of how it goes, if it goes, I mean, it's like any equipment that you rent.
Yeah.
Question. Okay, number two, we need to check to see if our insurance will cover road equipment.
There's a couple of different ways we can,
We'll think about it.
yeah.
So we have some options, and it is something that obviously Jean feels it's a concern enough that we should look at other options. So, yeah. But I think that right now we're going to that on this. Okay, office reports. We have in the general account balance. No, that's financial report. Sorry, office report, go, tell me what I'm supposed to say. I don't remember those. Entered assessments received for November 1st, 2022. Ongoing helping property owners requests, questions at the lobby, also helping property owners over the phone and through email. Agenda was emailed for commissioners' meetings, processed and attached all paperwork for the meeting. Created a monthly maintenance and road report, created a monthly office report. Susie's manning the office with Marshall helping. That is the office report. Anything to add to that?
No.
Okay. Right. Right. We'll do that. All right. financial report, November 2022 meeting, general account balance, $132,079.46. Money market account, $64,514.17. Volunteer fire department impress account is $500, that's their petty cash. No, that's not. 833 account balance, $11,525.95. There you go. Volunteer fire department petty cash balance, $8,605.31. Special business account balance is $32,262.52. That is insurance money that we received from the hail damage. That right now is currently being used on the fire station trailer. If anybody has noticed, they were up there today, they ripped the roof off, they're replacing that roof and all that siding. The volunteer fire department American Rescue Plan Fund is now sitting at $5,000 because $55,000 of that $60,000 was spent to purchase a new fire truck, which is an absolute beaut.
And she's very pretty.
She's so pretty.
She's very, very pretty.
So,
But that's a big thing for us as residents to have that, definitely.
$5,000 left in that account. I do know kind of off the record that Dylan was looking for, it doesn't have our name on it, and so he is looking, if anybody has any suggestions or would like to contribute a design for an Ozark Acres volunteer fire department decal. He has some ideas for some shirts for his guys and for stickers for the truck. So if anybody has any of those, please, send those to the SID office or grab them with Dylan or whatever, and he would appreciate that, I'm sure. Where am I at? Am I at fire?
Fire department?
Fire department. We're in the process of getting shirts made for the department. We got our new truck set up. We're looking for a tank for our brush truck. Okay. We're going to talk about having a chili dinner to raise money for the fire department, submitted by Chief Dylan Lane. I've also asked Dylan to, and I would ask anybody in the acres, if you're living near a overflow spot, if you live near a low water bridge, if you live near someplace that when we get our winter rains that we have issues of water coming over the road or causing issues, if you could give me the heads up on that, I'd really appreciate it. Because if we would go and make sure that at least those ditches are burned properly, that would help us every single winter avoid a tremendous amount of problems. We cannot possibly burn all of our ditches. There's just no way in the world we have that kind of manpower or time. But it would help a lot if we've got low water areas, that if we could keep those leaves that are in there right now, we could get those out of there and keep those out of there during the winter. That would help us a lot. Speaking of lakes, I still have not received the inspection from the October 8th visit that I had from the state dam inspector, dam safety inspector. I've reached out to her several times. She says she's working on it. I do not have it. I did have the U.S. Geological Service sent a specialist out to look at the sinkhole in the Spring Lake Dam, or in the Spring Lake. She was kind of disappointed. It's not really a sinkhole yet. She was kind of hoping for something bigger, something like more catastrophic, I guess, than what we have right now.
First world problems? The sinkhole's not big, you're not,
Right.
the sinkhole's not bad enough, sorry.
It's literally right now, she calls it a depression because there is no open hole in the bottom. Now, I would not want to be the one to put my foot in there to see if I can find the bottom, because I possibly could very easily.
But we don't want it to get that way.
It is, right. It is about right now 6 feet across. It's about 5 feet deep. There is still gravel at the bottom of it. It is still sucking the water out of Spring Lake on a regular, routine flow. Not fast flow, but it is still draining the lake. She gave me several different resources and several different options of correcting that, and we can do nothing until we have dropped that water level down to where we can manage the hole. So at this point, Spring Lake is on a holding pattern and nothing can really be done with that condition except to keep people out of that area of the lake. It is taped off, etc. A civil engineer will have to come out. They will have to, civil engineer will have to come out when we go to redo the emergency action plans for both of our dams. So at the same time, he would be able to do a flow test on that to see if that water that's coming at the bottom of the dam on Spring Lake, if it's coming from anywhere else other than the sinkhole, or if it's coming from, you know, it could be coming from somewhere else in the lake also, but he would drop a dye to check that and just check the flow rate, etc. So somewhere in our fairly close future is a major civil engineering re-look at all of our things here. We cannot use the one that was used prior. It is extremely expired. It was done in 2007. So it has to be more frequent, more recent than that for them to accept it as part of our emergency action plan. We did find a couple of animal dens on the side of Spring Lake Dam. We've got some fox dens. Gary has been going over, takes a chance over, and we monitor that on a routine basis. It does not look like they are active right now. That doesn't mean that they won't become active as the water cools down, etc. So we're going to try and figure out a way to get those blocked off or whatever. Again, can't just fill them in because it would be changing the dynamics of the actual earthen dam. So we need to find a way just to not let any animals make them any bigger than they already are.
I wonder if we could put some chicken wire or something
We
in
were
the
talking
meantime
about
to stop them from deterring from.
hardware cloth over, and then
Yeah.
so I have asked if anybody has any kind of grate material around that's laying around in your yard that you don't need or don't want, that you think that might help us. That would be awesome. If you would drop it off at the SID office, that would be fantastic.
I wonder too, is there something we can work as like a deterrent to even not even have them on there, like a motion detected?
No, not over there. It's in the pitch. It's in the where it is on the dam. It's like so protected from either way. It's nothing that's gonna.
That you could have, okay.
Right. Nothing. If we walk across the spillway, you cannot see it. You have to be coming up the dam to see it at all. They've like managed.
They
did a really good job.
Yeah.
What do they do? They dig it under the concrete?
No, it's in the earthen dam. It's in the dirt part of the dam. And there's just several big den holes that we were never able to see before because we never had gotten all of the poison sumac cut down short enough that we could actually see it. When we had cut it down before, we had left it, we left sticks or whatever this far off the ground, and then everything else just kind of fell around it. But when the guys came this last time, they did right to the ground cutting, and then we were able to find the two. Actually, I think there's 3 separate entrances that we've got. Yeah. If anyone has any election signs in your yard that are still up, if you would like to bring those up to the SID office, that would be great too. We are recycling those for signage materials for different meetings, etc. We've got a couple sign holders, and we've got some people that are helping to do that. So if you have any that you would like to get rid of out of your yard, we would love to have them. And I think that's about it for my lakes. Clubhouse.
I just have 3 on the books this upcoming Thanksgiving's on the 22nd, Thursday at 3 p.m. a potluck. Christmas the breakfast with Santa is on the 17th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then Christmas potluck is on Christmas at 3 p.m.
And Thanksgiving is on Thanksgiving Day.
Yep,
I think
on the
that's
on the 22nd, or 24th. I went by what was emailed to me.
All right, so Thanksgiving
Oh,
starts at
24th,
noon.
never mind, I read, 24th.
Christmas starts at.
Yeah, we can all start from.
This was
See,
this,
maybe that's why I had breakfast with Santa at noon. Okay, very good. We did have some call and ask about renting and also for Thanksgiving, but they didn't like that we were going to be there, so. And we did fire department meeting already. Does anyone have anything else? We have a road
Yeah,
report.
we covered that. We have one to do. Yeah, we have that.
Yeah.
Oh, maintenance report. That's-
Maintenance report.
Yes. Helped work on the backhoe, clocked the sinkhole at Spring Lake, moved all the picnic tables from the parks to the pavilion, removed trash at all the parks, removed slow children sign on Summit Ridge Lane, put lights up at the firehouse, checked lights at the clubhouse, pushed brush back up and into the burn pile, moved rocks along the side of Springwood to keep from washing out, took a tree down on Mayo, removed trees on Summit Ridge Circle and Brookhaven Circle, cleaned up gravel around the creek on Springwood Drive, fixed bad spots on Spring Lake Road, mulched leaves at all the parks, burned leaves at the parks, graded some roads.
Yeah, he doesn't give specific roads a lot of times, so.
Okay.
I've got more questions.
Yes.
I think it was the last meeting, you were going to check on the lights were burning down at the firehouse. Has that been resolved?
Actually, Dylan was able to, it's kind of funny, I was driving by when he was doing it. One set of motion detector lights are working. The front set of motion detector lights, he's having an issue with. He isn't able to follow them once they get inside the building. And so he has, those motion detector lights are not working properly on the front side corner of the garage. The other ones that had been on all the time, yes, that has been corrected. He has fixed those, and he has tied in the trailer motion detector and the back side of the fire building motion detector.
Now, is that the same one that operates the light at the pad for the helicopter land?
I don't know that.
Will be a portion of the working over there?
Are the lights on the helipad working? Yes. Yeah, they were always working. The problem was they weren't ever going off. And so he had to redo a photo cell and change the way that some of them are tied together. Anything else? Great. Can I
Make a motion.
amen to that, Kate? 5 seconds?
Second.
All in favor? Motion adjourned, meeting adjourned at 6:43. Yeah.
Me? $5.